Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So another Donald Trump supporter and resident of the Villages has been sentenced to jail because he cast multiple ballots. You'll definitely remember this case. I just recently told you guys about this. 58-year-old Florida man, Robert Rivernider Jr., used his deceased father's ballot to cast a second vote for Trump in the 2020 election. And Rivernider was already on federal probation. This is why they like Trump. This is why they ignore his criminality. As they say in marketing, your vibe attracts your tribe, and birds of a feather and all that. So for those who missed the previous video, here's the deal with Rivernider and his criminal history. In 2013, Rivernider was sentenced to prison because he took part in two different schemes in which investors lost over $25 million. So Rivernider ended up pleading guilty. He pleaded to 2 counts of conspiracy and 16 counts of wire fraud. So he was sentenced to 12 years in prison, but Rivernider was granted an early release because of the COVID pandemic. So he was released just shortly before he committed these new crimes. And in December of 2023, a jury convicted Rivernider in this new case of fraud and forgery. But even though Rivernider was out on probation, even though he has this criminal history and went criming again, the judge sentenced him to only 180 days in jail. I could have sworn that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was all up in arms about election fraud. I thought it was a crime that was worse than murder in his eyes and the rest of Trump supporters. And I thought that Florida was the tough on crime state. Not like these blue crime-ridden states where people get slaps on the wrist for everything. And yet all of these Margaritaville criminals, they've all been getting a slap on the hand. That's it. In fact, Rivernider received one of the harshest sentences for voter fraud. All of the other MAGA double voters have been sentenced to probation only. All the other people from the Villages whose cases have settled out, all of these people who have multiple homes and voted twice for Trump in each state, all of the ones that have settled out, they've gotten probation. So once again, they only care about crimes when Democrats are doing it. And someone actually set up a fundraising page for this guy, for this Rivernider. Of course, there is no mention of his criminal history, no mention of him bilking investors out of tens of millions of dollars. And as usual, he's painted as the victim of a, quote, questionable jury trial. It's Florida. It is Florida, for Christ's sakes. Now they don't even trust their own fellow Floridians to give them a fair trial. I have never seen so many grown men and women whining and living in a state of perpetual victimhood. It is absolutely insane. I just wonder what it's like to go through life and never have to take responsibility for your actions. It's always someone else's fault. Wow. What is it like there on their planet? It was a decent sentence considering what the others have gotten, right? 6 months. But given the fact that this guy was on probation, I would have expected his probation to be revoked. I'm just saying. All right. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.